Hey everyone, what is going on? We hope you guys are doing well, and we just wanted to send out another video newsletter because a lot has been happening these past few months here in Mexico. And the biggest one would be our daughter was born on May 23rd, 2025. Her name is Eliana Grace. She was born healthy and happy, and we are so grateful. Our whole birth process in the hospital, everything went super smooth. So we were so grateful for that, and we were so grateful to have our little daughter here with us.
Yeah, she was born right about 6 pounds, 8 ounces, and she now weighs more than 13 pounds. So she has doubled her birth weight. She is super healthy. She's growing a lot, starting to smile more, which is great for me just to feel like I have a little bit more of a connection with her. But yeah, she's doing well, and because she was born here in Mexico, she is a Mexican citizen. She's a dual citizen, so she's got both her Mexican and American passport. And because of her being Mexican, Kim and I were actually able to get our Mexican permanent residency through her. So it was a pretty simple process. We just had to take her birth certificate and some other documents to the immigration office here in Tepic, and we were able to get permanent residency, which is obviously something that never expires, that will allow us to live here in Mexico for the rest of our lives. It's also opened a lot of doors for us because if you guys didn't know, I was a temporary resident before, which is a 4-year residency. There's a lot of limitations on it. There's a lot of things you can't do with it. It basically just allows you to stay in the country for up to 4 years instead of the 6 months that tourists would have. And Kim, since she has been down here for the past 7-8 years now, has been down here on a tourist visa. So this is a huge step towards citizenship here. That's a whole nother process that we'll have to get into in the next couple of years. But now with the permanent residency, we've been able to open up a bank account here. We're going to legalize my truck down here. We're going to put Kim's car in her name. Yeah. So yeah, there's just a lot of logistical things that are a lot easier with the permanent residency.
Yeah, thanks Eliana.
Yeah.
But also on another note, we had a lot of teams throughout this summer. Throughout the past 3 months, we had about 8 teams come down from different states in the U.S. and we had a great time. We love hosting teams. We love showing them Tepic and the fact that they help us with ministry. They help us with construction. His home church came down here from Church on the Move. They did a lot of ministry outreaches. We reach a lot of people, a lot of kids, and we see fruit from that. From when the teams go, we see fruit from that in our mission churches. So we would love, if you guys would love to come down on a team, we would love to host you. If your church is interested in that, you guys can get a hold of us. But yeah, we love to host teams.
Yeah, honestly, if you guys have the slightest interest in coming down here, it's different. You can watch these videos, you can read the newsletters, you can see the updates on Instagram, but coming down here, experiencing the ministry firsthand, it'll change your outlook on what we do, on what ministry looks like here in Mexico. So we would highly encourage you guys to be a part of that. Right now we are planning a trip for this next year to bring down some of our supporters. So if that's something that you guys would be interested in, let us know and we'll get you the info for that trip as well.
Yeah. I know many of you know that we bought a piece of land here in Tepic. Maybe you guys have seen it, but so this next coming year we're going to start actually getting the plans for it. We're talking to an architect, so we're going to try and make this a reality.
Yeah, so we bought the lot October, November of 2024, and we're just now getting the finalized paperwork because things like that take forever here in Mexico. However, we are now talking with an architect. We're getting some plans drawn up, and like Kim said, our goal is to, in 2026, break ground, begin to build our forever home down here in Mexico. So if that's something that you guys want to be a part of, that you want to sow into, we would love if you guys would support us with that. Right now, we don't have a specific goal for construction. We've had a lot of super generous people donate towards this project, and so we've got a large part of the money that we need to build the house. However, if that's something that you guys are interested in, please feel free to let us know.
Yeah. And on another note, we did have our first youth conference here at La Fuente in our church. And if you don't know, here at La Fuente we have one of the biggest youth groups in Mexico. I think it's the
largest youth group in Mexico.
The largest youth group, and we had a conference recently, about 2 weeks ago. It was, honestly, it was amazing. There was more There were more than 500 people. There were people from different countries, from Guatemala, from Costa Rica. And we met actually a lot of people. We met a lot of pastors. And it was really cool to just connect with people and to see just the youth on fire for the Lord.
Yeah. It really was. We became great friends with a couple from Costa Rica. They're pastors of a church down there. We had a lot of pastors and leaders come in from different parts of Mexico to see how we do things here because we were such a large youth group. So we became great friends with them, and hopefully here in the near future we'll be able to go down and visit them, see their church, and visit Costa Rica, which is a place that I've never been.
Oh, we would love to.
Yeah. We've also seen a lot of growth in San Juanito, in our team and our volunteers specifically. We really do. We have a great team out there. I feel like we've done a great job of bringing in some youth to the team. The pastors are a little bit older. The team was a little bit older when we first arrived, but we've brought in some of our friends, some volunteers that we knew of, and so we've got a great kids team now. We've got some people being raised up to take over our J-High team as well. Kim's done a great job building the worship team out there as well. So we've seen a lot of growth specifically in the volunteers and the people that are sewing into the people out there.
Yeah, and we're also still going out there every Tuesday for our food pantry. And we've seen, the cool thing is about our food pantry, what I really like is that the same kids come each and every week and they have such a good time. Honestly, they have such a good time. They don't want to leave after we give them food. And it's a really good time to have fellowship that's not during a service. So it's still about the Lord. It's still about showing them the love of God and teaching them about morals and things like that. But it's different type of fellowship at the comedor, and it's really awesome to see those kids. It's a more like one-on-one type of relationship that we can have with them.
It is. It's a different atmosphere, and it allows us to do things that we can't do on our normal Friday night services. So it's been a great opportunity for us. We're so grateful for our partners at Expect Hope for just helping us with that. If that's something that you guys are interested in sewing into, any of these ministries that we're mentioning, just shoot us a text, an email. That we've also got a project going on in San Juanito that's been going on for the last couple of years now. We've been wanting to build a second story onto the church. However, if you guys didn't know already, the church was built without any structural reinforcements. It was all just cinder blocks. There were no concrete pillars, posts, foundation, nothing. So to be able to make this a reality, we had to first put in the posts and the pillars all along the perimeter walls, which cost a pretty penny, and we finally got that done. So all the pillars are in. However, now it's time to pour the roof and build that concrete roof so we can build the second floor. So our goal for that has been $20,000 to raise to build that roof and any structural more like beams that need to be put in. And thanks to Jill and Frankie and everyone at Crossroads, we have raised a huge part of that $20,000. So we want to thank you guys. Thank you for your generosity. If you guys are interested, anyone else interested in sewing into that project, again, let us know.
Yeah. And so our last piece of news is one that we really asked for prayers for, because we have been asked to take over one of our mission churches here at La Fuente, and that would be La Fuente Puga. And the pastors that are there right now, they're going to transition out to be pastors over at Nana's house to give the kids some advice and to just really give them some pastors over there in Nana's house that they can count on and that they can get advice from and just be there for the kids.
Yeah.
So they have asked us to take over that church in Puga. And so we are thinking of transitioning out of San Juanito within the next few months and most likely taking over that church next year.
Yeah. Yeah, so our plan is right now, we've got a trip coming up in September. We're going to go to Memphis. We're going to do a fundraising event there. However, following that trip, we'll begin to serve there in Puga, see how they do it, see how they run their services, get to know the community, the people that they serve with, make connections. They also minister in an indigenous community up there, up in the mountains, and so there's a lot of connections that they have there that we just need to get to know those people, logistically see how things are done out there. So following this trip in September, we'll begin to serve out there up until Christmas time, and whenever we come back from the States and from Christmas, we will take over there as the lead pastors out at Puga, which is exciting. It's scary because it is. It's a difficult place to pastor. It's probably one of our most difficult mission churches to pastor, just because of the community, because of what's going on there, the past, the history that we have there with witchcraft, with the Catholic Church in that zone. It's going to be a rough transition. It's going to be interesting, and all of that honestly just thrills me. It excites me. There's a lot of potential out there. We are so grateful that the leadership here at the main church has considered us for taking over that church.
Yeah, so more so we just ask also for prayers, for God's guidance, His wisdom, and to just do His will. And yeah, I think she agrees. And just to be able to trust God that He's going to provide, and that He will show us the way, and that He'll show us the right way to go. So, I mean, yeah, just like Carson said, it's scary, but we're excited, knowing that just God is taking us, or God is calling us to take this step of faith, is just evidence that He's going to provide for the step that we're going to take. So, but thank you so much for all of your support already. Thank you for watching this video. I know it was a little bit long, but we just wanted to give you the best update we can, and thank you so much for your support and your prayers. And Eliana thanks you too. You know, if you have kids, you know what you know what it's like. Yeah.
Well, thank you guys. We love you. We hope to see you guys soon, especially if we come back to the States over Christmas. We'd love to meet with you guys. If you guys have any questions for us, if you guys want to get involved in any of these ministries, feel free, reach out. If you want to bring a team down and build up this building, and if you want to have your church come down and help us with the actual construction itself, please let us know. We would love to have your guys' help and support in this. That's what this is all about, is partnering with you guys to make ministry here in Mexico happen. So we thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next one.